Right guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title, I'm not using the Packers, I'm using the Jets. I'm using one of the worst teams in the game. I'm playing one of the top ranked players on PlayStation. There's kind of a long back and forth and I can't bother to show you all the messages, but basically I smoked him with the Packers and he was salty. He uses a custom, like a super custom, and he was saying I just use YouTube plays and that I use a custom that I run a bum offense and all that kind of bollocks. And he said I was getting bailed out because I have the Packers even though he had the Bucks. So he said, you can't do it with a lower rated team. He was saying how good he is in franchises. So I thought, you know what? Let's do it then. Let's run it. I'll be the Jets. He said he was so good with the Jags in his franchise, so he can be the Jags. We'll run it, see who gets on top. And yeah, it's a good one. So without further ado, hope you enjoy. Right, okay, we're loading up here. As you can tell in the top right, we're playing HT Amp. Yeah, he was just so salty when I beat him. And he doesn't even play me now. I'll get like one touchdown and he just quits straight away. So, I mean, yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? But right, he scrambles out with Gardner Minshew. And I kind of tell the way he's going to win this is with the run. He's probably going to try and throw a few dots, but also try and kind of pick up some yards because you don't want to throw it too much with Minshew. But he does get a laser there, a nice little slant. It gets just gets over the top of my zone drops. And then he runs the ball well. So, I mean, starting off, he's all over me, to be fair. He's running on me, he's passing on me, he's kind of doing whatever he wants. So I start to change it up a little bit. I mean, I should have had a pick there. I don't know how I didn't. But I just changed it up a little bit. I was setting a little bit more pressure and changing up to man defense and trying to make the look the same. So not sure if he's making confused whether I'm coming out in man or zone. But I come out in a blitz there on third down. He didn't see it come in. And he misses the field goal. He absolutely bottles it, shanks it left, and then we get the ball with Darnold. I've never used the Jets in this game, so it was quite an interesting one, just for kind of throwing baby dots at the start. I didn't want to throw anything too long, just in case he kind of threw any ducks. But we're moving this ball all right. This was a little while ago, this game. I'll be honest with you, I'll be honest with you, fellas. And I was still running my bunch tight end, so it's kind of a little bit before my trips days. And I mean, this is the laser of the year, fellas. If you watch that back, I'll roll out, scroll up, scramble up, and then throw an absolute laser to get the touchdown. So we get a little bit sticky with the QB, but he drops me up there. But yeah, I don't really use the low-rated teams, obviously. I think it's more because, obviously, I have a reputation now for being good. So if someone beats me, I'd prefer them to beat me when I'm using the Packers rather than like a bad team, because they're going to say they beat me regardless. So in my head, I'd prefer, if I get beat, to be able to have the best team I have. And if someone beats me, you beat me fair and square, fair play, rather than having excuses because I'm using the worst team, blah, blah, blah. I just feel more comfortable using the Packers. So that's what I'm going to do. But we come out here, moving this ball all right. Well, I say moving this ball all right, but we end up with a 3rd and 2 here. We go for it. The square looks, well, I was about to say square looks open, but he uses square. I threw it to the drag on the right-hand side, but we got a weird animation, a really slow throw, and he gets a turnover. But we get a nice little sack there. It's kind of a common theme now. I'm going to send a little bit more pressure at him. Now I understand what his kind of reads are. I'm just going to send a bit more pressure and see if he can make a read. But I mean, that's just ridiculous. I don't know how I didn't get a pick there, boys, but that's Madden logic for you. But we have a 3rd and 18 there. He dots me up, leaves himself with a 4th and 3. But I had pretty much everything covered. Well, I thought so anyways, but I manages just to squeeze it in before my middle third. And yeah, he's moving the chains. But we get another sack there. I sent more pressure again, boys. I kind of understand what his reads are now, so I'm just going to send more heat and make him make a read. But I mean, he's throwing an absolute duck there as well. He's got no other route keeping my zones back, so all they're going to do is play to the depth that guy's running. So I don't know why he's making that read, but it's one of those. We got the ball back. We're just going to chew this clock down a little bit because it's one of those games where if I make it a shootout, I just don't trust myself not throwing picks all the time without gunslinger and stuff like that. So I'm just going to gradually move my way up the field, dot him up nicely with a little drag there, try and run the ball in 3rd and 2. Can't get it, but believe it or not, boys, I take the sensible option, which I know isn't like me. I take the sensible option and take our field goal. So we're 10-0 up. I'm trying to send a bit more pressure again. All we need, though, is one more turnover, boys, and it's GG's. There's no way he's getting back in this game. But yeah, we send more pressure, get a sack. I'm changing up a little bit my zone drop, so I think it's confusing him a little bit. But he does laser me up here well, I thought he lasered me up. Sorry, he got sacked again. It's a common theme. It's sending me a bit more pressure, but yeah, I got sacked again. Then he throws a little post here. Really, really nice route, to be fair to him. And yeah, he's moving that ball, but he tries to get me again with it, boys. And we have adapted slightly. I think I pressed down on my coverage, and he didn't have the depth where he obviously put that streak on the right hand side, noticing that he had to drop my middle third back. But because he had the end zone there, I knew I didn't have to make an adjustment. If he threw it, my middle third would play it. We get the turnover. And for him saying I can't use any lower rated teams, I didn't use a custom. He used a custom on both sides of the ball. We used a custom on offense and defense. He said I'm a bum, can't use anyone, and he didn't even score a point on me with the Jags, and I was using the Jets. So I think we've shown we're a bit better than the top 100 says. It says on there that 164 in the world, but that's dropped way down now. I don't even really play head to head anymore. But yeah, it's a GG. I say it's a GG's. I absolutely smoked him. I need to stop saying GG's because it wasn't even a GG. I smoked him. So yeah, thanks for watching, boys. I've got some big content coming up, so make sure you stay tuned. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.